G'day, my name is Benjamin Romeo. We're here at Canowindra in New South Wales. We're a mixed farming operation, so lucky enough to farm with my family. We have trade cattle on one side of the business, and the other side of the business we do cropping. So we're a 3-in-1 rotation of pulse, canola, wheat. In 2025, we purchased a 6-metre Ecosow from Serafin Machinery at Griffith. So it's a 6-metre machine, it's a high lift with a 3-bin Gason box, so 2 main bins and a small seats. So we had a couple of key ideals, what we wanted to buy when we were upgrading a machine. So one of them was ease of maintenance, the size of the discs, down pressure, and just the overall build of the machines as well. And the Serafin ticked all the boxes, what we were looking for. There are 20-inch discs, so we loved it compared to the machines on the market. That the ease of maintenance and very little grease nipples, because that was one of the keys, is that we just want ease of management. The narrow fold, so we wanted everything that we can just go down the road. Our operation is split by main roads, so we need to go onto the road. So everything had to fold to under 3.5 metres, so it's just one-man operation, which this machine ticked the box as well. One of our main keys that we wanted on the machine was downforce, so it comes in the Ultiforce, which is electric over hydraulics within the cab that we can adjust, which then changes and adjusts the down pressure on each of the units. I don't have the ability that I could change the downforce onto the machine. So if I'm going to small seeds and I've got sort of a really soft, worked up country, I can actually back off the pressure on the discs. So the discs are actually riding, so it's riding on the gauge wheel, and I'm just getting my perfect placement of the seed and the fert. On the flip side, if I'm into my red-brown earth that's been heavily stocked, it's been a dry start, I can wind up my pressure from in the cab and actually force the weight on these units. What we need is weight for it to penetrate in onto these 20-inch 6mm discs to push in to get our seed placement correct. So I just really want to be focusing on where I'm placing that seed and the accuracy on these units, on where we can place the seed, because at the end of the day our costs are going up and our margins are shrinking as well, so we just try and get as close to perfect placement as we can. We're not perfect, we've got rocks. It's not across all of our country, but we do have outbursts of rocks. So it was just the ability of the actual unit itself, the strength of it to ride through. It hasn't sort of dented, but it just sort of rided through, lifted up. The units were able to move up and over. So we went for the spoke closing wheel on these units. It had to be ISO. So that allowed us to not have multiple monitors within the cab, so just utilising the GPS unit within the tractor, which then is running this unit, so we can then use auto section and everything else further down the line. Really happy with the seed placement in tough conditions, sowing into last year's wheat stubble, getting canola up. So we were able to capitalise on the moisture over summer and the standing wheat stubbles to slice in, and just went straight through it, and really, really happy as well. To the surprise of my dad, who not used to sowing through really thick stubbles, and it was just gliding through compared to our old unit. So the build quality of the Serafin machine was a standout as well, and how thick the steel was at the centre as well. So the other one with the build quality of this machine is the ability to do the sharper turns, and just going in with our turns with the external pivot on the 3-point linkage. It just allows us to get around on tighter paddocks, in and around trees, rocks. This machine will consistently run at 10 k's an hour. It's nice on the machines, on both the tractor and on the air seeder as well. There's a ram that sits behind this rear axle. It lifts it up. 3-point linkage, lift it all the way back up. We can drop the row units for ease of maintenance when we're changing and just making sure everything's square and plumb where we need to be. And then I can just walk underneath the 2 rows. So this was our first purchase from Serafin Machinery in Griffith. They were fantastic to deal with in making sure we're right with our extras, making sure we're right with how we're going to set this machine up. To the efficiency of the farm, this machine has really improved our capability and our capacity within our enterprise as well. We're able to get in and get things done when we need to. Also, it's allowed us to limit our burning. So we're able to, just like I said, to direct drill into standing stubble. And I highly recommend this machine to anyone who asks. It's been absolutely fantastic for us. It's lifted our efficiency within our planting operation.